It's Friday, so it's time for our Agile, Not So Agile episode of the Daily Stand Up podcast. This one is also a monumental one because it is episode number 4,000. That's right, you heard me correctly. So, episode 4,000. We're going to celebrate today by talking about 9 ways that you can use ChatGPT each day that will literally change your life. We are talking about life changing things that you can do with a learning language model, with an LLM. So, yes, there's so many things you could do. This is just exciting for me because I found each of these kind of on my own. I never had a list or a podcast to go to. When I first learned about these things, I had to experiment with it until I got it right, and I had to learn about them on my own. But now I teach people how to use these every single day, and each one is more awesome than the next because ChatGPT is here to stay. It's evolved into something that we can leverage AI to learn from it. Now, I will go on record and say it's not just going to make us lazy. It's not going to do everything for us. You do have to integrate it with other things, and there is a certain level of human interaction that you have to have. And I also have to give the disclaimer that you're doing this on your own accord and that you need to understand bias and ethics and that you'll use it ethically and that you'll use it without bias and that you'll teach it to work in a way that you want it to work so that it can best help you do the things you're trying to do. So let's go through and give a few ideas of some things that you can do every day. Now, some of these may surprise you. So I'm curious in the comments after if you'll leave me which ones you knew about, which ones you didn't know about, because each one is more cool than the next. All right, let's start at the top. Number 1, instant book summaries. You can absorb knowledge so fast using ChatGPT. You can ask it to summarize specific books, tell me detail the key takeaways, main arguments, even actionable steps. You can ask for a bullet point summary. And you can do all of these things with just simple prompts. The thing you have to remember is that AI is not Google, so it doesn't work like a search engine. You need to establish credibility with it first. You need to tell her what her role is in the equation. You need to tell her what she's an expert in. And you need to ask specifically for the thing that you're looking for so that it all works out in your favor. This one's a game changer because it allows you to quickly grasp essential concepts from business books, self-help guides, even complex academic texts, and use to decide which books are worth a deeper dive before you actually dive in and read it. So that's kind of cool. How about number 2? This is the one that I've been doing lately. Personalized workout and nutrition plan. If you're stuck in a fitness rut or unsure how to eat healthier, ChatGPT is the answer. It can provide it with details about your age, weight, fitness level, goals, whether you're trying to lose weight, build muscle, dietary preferences, time available for working out, any past injuries, and ask it to create a weekly workout schedule or a sample meal plan with your calorie targets. Another thing you can do that's really cool is you can not only just tell it how many minutes you have a day to dedicate to this, but you can tell it what tools you have at your disposal. Do you have kettlebells, dumbbells? Do you have a bench? Do you have a bike? Do you have a wall? Do you have a chair? You can tell it what you have, and it can customize the workout based on the things that you have. And this isn't a replacement for a human coach, especially if you have complex PT type needs, but it's far better than guessing or trying to follow some generic online plan. It provides you with a structured starting point, so you're more likely to stick with it. Let's go to number 3. I consider ChatGPT the perfect email and message crafting tool. Facts. If you struggle to write professional emails or find the right words to say in a tricky message, you can tell ChatGPT who the recipient is, what the purpose of the email is, the key points you want to make, and a desired tone. You can also tell it a call to action. You can tell it what grade level you want it to do the email in. You can tell it how formal or informal you want it to be. And or you could just write your own drafts, shove the draft in there and say, hey, help me clarify this, or use a better tone, or correct any grammatical errors. Thank you. That word was stuck, grammatical. But it's a game changer because it saves immense time and ensures that your communications are polished and effective. No more agonizing over how you're going to word something. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's go to number 4. Number 4 is everyday tech troubleshooting. Now, this one caught me off guard. But I tried it, and it worked. So if you're getting a weird error message on your phone or your computer, or something's not working right, or you're trying to figure out how to fix an appliance, you can describe the problem to ChatGPT in detail, include the device type, app or software involved, make and model of whatever you're trying to do, serial number if you got it. Describe the problem to ChatGPT in detail, including all the net relative information and the error message or behavior that you're witnessing, and it'll come back with a plan for you to troubleshoot and figure out what's going on, which is pretty darn incredible. ChatGPT has access to a huge database of common tech issues and solutions. It can often provide step-by-step troubleshooting guides, much faster than sifting through forums or looking through answers on the internet. Reddit doesn't always have the answer, and YouTube doesn't always have a video. All right, let's go to number 5. So number 5 is out-of-the-box idea generation and problem solving, i.e. brainstorming. I use it all the time for brainstorming. So if you're feeling stuck on a personal project or you need a fresh perspective or you want to bounce an idea off of somebody, treat ChatGPT like the brainstorming partner you never had. Describe your situation, your role, your challenges, your goals. Ask for creative ideas to improve, differentiate, or solve a specific problem. Discuss the ideas with ChatGPT and ask it for refinements and tune up that idea until it's exactly where you want it to be. This will give you a serious solution that you may have never thought of before, breaking out of the usual thinking patterns and getting stuck. So let's go to number 6. Number 6 is one of my favorites as well. A language learning and practice partner. Do you want to learn a new language or brush up on one that you knew from years ago? ChatGPT is the answer. It has a voice feature, a voice chat feature. You can tell it you want to practice a specific language, and you can have conversations, ask it for corrections, request vocabulary for specific situations, or even ask it to explain grammar rules in another language. The thing here that's key is it provides you with a judgment-free conversational practice anytime, anywhere. And it's much cheaper than accessible traditional language tutors like Rosetta Stone, right? So this is just a great way for you to learn another language. It works really well. Okay, let's go to number 7. Mock interview powerhouse. So if you have an important job interview coming up, guess who can be your interview partner, your interview coach? How about ChatGPT? Tell ChatGPT the job and title of the company if known. You can even copy the listing and paste it in there. And that helps a lot because then it's got all the details. And then once you do that, ask it to act as an experienced interviewer for that role and conduct a mock interview with you. Request both common competency questions and potential technical questions in that relevant field to make sure you don't get stonewalled with a question that you don't know. It is a game changer, obviously, because it helps you practice and rehearse your answers. You can even record yourself doing this and then play it back so you can see where you have weak spots or kinks in your armor. You can help build your confidence, and it'll even give you feedback on your responses if you paste them in. It'll tell you how strong those responses were based on the questions being asked. So it's a powerful tool to use for that type of thing, kind of like your own glass door. Okay, let's go to number 8. Number 8 is real-time translation and negotiation assistance, aka the travel hack. For those of you who don't know, I just got back from Japan recently. I will say this, not one sign is in English. Very few people speak English. This was truly the best hack that we could have ever come up with. So when you're in a foreign country like China, Japan, or someplace like that, where people mostly don't speak English, you can open ChatGPT's voice feature, speak in your language, and ChatGPT will translate it out loud into their language and then reply in their language, and it'll translate it back to you in English. So that's pretty cool because it becomes your personal instant translator. You can even assist in basic negotiations by clearly conveying your points and breaking down massive communication barriers as a result. I think that's awesome. And then finally, number 9, it's your personalized tutor and exam creator for the kids, aka the parent hack. So if you're trying to do it as a tutor, you could have kids ask ChatGPT for help understanding concepts from their textbooks and make sure you tell it to reply at a certain grade level so that your kids will understand the reply. You can have it set up custom quizzes. You can even have it build modules that are education modules around what you're trying to do. So that way when you're asking your peers to help support you, right, they can create the bouncing pad, if you will, for you to ask the right questions. And it's amazing because you can do custom quizzes, take photos of textbook pages, upload them. You can ask ChatGPT to create a quiz based on that specific material. You can predict teacher style by analyzing a teacher's past questions or teaching style. ChatGPT can be asked to generate a new exam question in the teacher's style that they're likely to present it in. That's pretty darn awesome, right? And that's a game changer because it'll provide you with on-demand personalized learning experiences and test preparation far beyond any generic studies you could. And that's why they said it's Such a big deal to understand ChatGPT today. If you're not in AI, you're out of AI. And if you're out of AI, you're going to be out of commission. So you need to make sure you understand it, because these things aren't just about being better at work. These things are about being a better human being. And I think that's what it boils down to. Are we looking for ways to be a better human being? And if so, why aren't we taking on some of these things that we should be doing? What I can tell you is using Chat or Gemini or Copilot, whatever you're using, right? Claude, Jasper, it doesn't matter which one you use. If you're using a large language model, it's going to put you ahead of the game, and it's going to help you to better comprehend the things you can do, and it's going to help you regain your focus, so that way you can be the best at what you're doing, and you can help both in your personal and professional life to know exactly how to leverage large language models to help make your life easier on a day-to-day basis. That's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We'd love to hear from you. Happy episode 4000. Until next time, do take care. Bye now.